A rare rebuke of President Trump from the GOP-controlled Senate. Senators, by a vote of 70 to 26 margin, approved an amendment opposing the president's plan to withdraw troops from Syria and Afghanistan. The non-binding measure, sponsored by Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, is a warning that ISIS still poses a serious threat to the United States. My next guest, however, voted against that measure, saying enough is enough, and that the money spent on war should be spent at home. Senator Rand Paul sits on the Foreign Relations and Homeland Security committees. Good to see you, Senator.
Thanks, Harris.
So what was it like going against those in your party? What was that conversation like?
Well, it's not the first time that I've taken that path, but what I would say is this. I think the president deserves to be complimented. I think that it takes a real statesman to end a war. I think it's very easy to start a war. And in fact, all of us were in the beginning for going after those who attacked us on 9/11. But there's no one left alive or free who attacked us on 9/11. There's no one left alive or free who harbored those who attacked us on 9/11. We completed our mission. But when we changed the mission to sort of creating a nation over there and building their roads and bridges and hotels and gas stations, we need to be spending that money here at home, not doing nation building abroad. So I think the president's exactly right. And I introduced a resolution yesterday, which the Republicans rejected, that would have complimented the president for having the courage to end a couple of wars.
Okay, so could you have gone hand in hand, maybe everybody vote for something? I don't know. I didn't know about that. Thank you. So there's one general, though, who says he wasn't even consulted before the president did this. And I want to get your reaction to that. So let's watch together.
General, were you aware of the president's intention to order the withdrawal of our troops from Syria before that was publicly announced?
I was not aware of the specific that announcement. Certainly, we are aware that he has expressed a desire and intent in the past to depart Iraq.
So you weren't consulted before that decision was announced?
We were not. I was not consulted.
And that was Independent Senator Angus King. Senator Paul, are you concerned at all about how this is happening? And I want to add that the president is taking a look at the exact withdrawal plan and what's best for us.
First of all, we have hundreds of generals, and I'm sure generals at some level were consulted, but maybe not every general. The other thing is they were all told in advance. So was the American public. He said, we're going to go in and we're going to wipe out ISIS, then we're going to come home. This is what President Trump said from the very beginning. And so what happens is we've taken 99% of their land, and yet people say, oh, no, they might regroup. Well, yes, that will be true in 1,000 years. There will always be crazy people over there. There will always be extremists, radical Islam that want to attack us. The question is, do we always have to do the fighting, and do we always have to pay for it? Can the people who live there do nothing? So I think it's time they stand up. Will we still be involved? Yes, we've got people everywhere. The president's talking about moving the troops about 50 miles to a $1 billion air base in Iraq where they could attack ISIS within 5 minutes if they had to.
And what the president, to get on the record with us, has said, it's so that he can watch Iran. You know, Iran's leadership yesterday or Iraq's leadership, I should say, took exception to that you're going to go to a different country to watch another country. But I've had military tell me that they can get there and strike anti-terrorism if they need to inside Syria, for example. I want to get to this, though. It's a new Fox poll that says 46% of those who took the poll say that U.S. troops should remain in Syria, while just 36% want them to come home. Senator Paul, what is the public seeing that either you don't see or you don't agree with?
Actually, there's a lot of polls out there, and there are polls in the last week or two that show the vast majority of people are ready to come home from Afghanistan. We've been there 17 years. This is what I objected to in this resolution. It called it a precipitous leaving of Afghanistan. There's no way that leaving after 17 years is precipitous. We have stayed too long. They're bleeding us dry. We're spending $51 billion a year building roads, bridges, gas stations, hotels. That money would be better spent here at home. I've got 3 members of my family in the military, and I think there is no mission over there. In fact, ask any of your generals, what is the military mission in Afghanistan? And they'll tell you there is no military solution to Afghanistan. It's not right to be sending our young men and women over there if we don't have a military mission.
You know what? I have asked generals, and you're right about that. What I get back is there's been some mission creep and all of that. So
yes.
I will bring you
Yes.
back on another day. Senator Rand Paul, thank you for
Thanks,
your time.
Harris. Thank you.